What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang channel. Here we talk about everything that's happening in the traditional markets as well as the crypto markets with a specific interest on what's happening within the Cosmos ecosystem. We are back alive, doing our thing on YouTube yet again. It's been a while, YouTube. It has been a while. But we're back. Cheers. Coffee break. If you don't slurp your coffee, are you even drinking coffee? Guys, we're going to be getting into, like I said, the traditional markets. We're going to be getting into the crypto markets. But before I do, let me do some checking because it's been a while. And I want to make sure, since there was a couple of updates with OBS and yada, 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 that everything is okay. If we have anybody in chat, it might be a slow start. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. If the visuals look weird. If anything looks weird, out of place, just let me know. Let me know. Because right now... Let me just, the only way I can do this is by turning it. Yeah, I can hear myself. Okay, the mic is working, I believe. I believe the mic is working. Hopefully everything else is working as well. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I do want to give the appropriate channel sponsor shout outs and respect that those channel sponsors deserve. So let me kind of go through this with you guys, if you guys don't mind. First and foremost, guys, our first channel sponsor is Kujira. Kujira is a channel sponsor of ours since last month. We absolutely love Kujira. Shout outs to the whole entire Kuji family and the Kuji team for sponsoring us, guys. If you guys don't know, Kujira can be found within the crypto ecosystem or within the crypto landscape. It's a blockchain creating real yield and much more opportunities, guys. It's so hard to try to give a quick explanation of what Kujira is. It's so much. It's a decentralized ecosystem for protocols builders and Web3 users seeking sustainable fintech. You can build on Kujira. You can do many things real quickly. You can see that there's Orca, there's Fin, where you can actually participate on their order book style token exchange. You can jump into BAO, Ghost, which is our money market. You can provide value with BAO. You can even lend. You can do so much things within Kujira. Like I said, I struggle sometimes, and I got to get better at maybe explaining the Kujira platform in a quick 1-2 elevator pitch. But there's so much things that you could do with Kujira, guys. If you guys are in the crypto ecosystem, not just specifically the Cosmos ecosystem, just in crypto in general, definitely do yourself a favor. Check out Kujira.network. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and link this in the chat. Let me see here for you guys. Let me see here. Can I do this? Will it work? Did it work? What's up, Matt? Oh, here we go. Sorry, wrong one. There we go. What's up, Matt? Appreciate you being here. So that's the link that you guys can use to find Kujira quite easily. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it, guys. One of the most interesting and promising projects and platforms and teams within the Cosmos ecosystem, especially. But shout outs to Kujira for sponsoring the channel. Second channel sponsor shout out goes to Cosmos Spaces. If you guys don't know about Cosmos Spaces, you guys definitely should, especially if you're in the Cosmos ecosystem. The Cosmos ecosystem is in need of great teams like Cosmos Spaces, which they are. They're a validator team, but they're much, much more than just validators, guys, right? They have a great validator infrastructure and setup going for their chains that they validate for within the Cosmos ecosystem, but they're also relayers, and their community members are very forward facing. They participate on different protocols with different projects and with the community quite often. You guys know a lot of their team members, but shout outs to Cosmos Spaces because the sponsorship or the partnership that we have going on, guys, really behooves you guys. We don't get anything from our partnership, our collaboration with Cosmos Spaces. It goes back to you guys entirely because all they do is they give me the NFTs and the crypto to give back to you guys during Community Game Day, which just so happens to be this week on Thursday. Community Game Day is where we get together live on Twitch and play marbles on stream. And all you have to do is participate. If you have a Cosmos related wallet that allows you to receive NFTs and or crypto within the Cosmos ecosystem, all you got to do is create a Twitch account, come hit a couple commands, all of it absolutely free. And you could win NFTs and crypto courtesy of Cosmos Spaces because the first, second, and third place winners of those community game days receive prizes. And that's all thanks to Cosmos Spaces. So shout outs to Cosmos Spaces. Absolutely love you guys. We support the people who support you. I think that's like a model that I will always probably live by. Support the people that are supporting you. That's the way it should be. So that's our 2 channel sponsors. We want to give our independent shout outs to Stargaze for many, many different reasons, right? One, we love NFTs. If you are in the Cosmos ecosystem, Stargaze is the place to be when it comes to NFTs. But if you guys don't know, little heads up, I promise I'll try to keep this short and sweet. We have an NFT event that is our main sponsor is Stargaze, that is going to be happening on November 4th here in the Middle Tennessee area. You guys don't want to miss that, especially if you're in the Cosmos ecosystem, you like NFTs, you have a project, or you're just part of the community, whatever the case might be, or you're just bullish on crypto, you live in the Nashville area, whatever it is, guys, you guys don't want to miss that. You guys want to be part of that. It's a much smaller event than most because we grassrooted the funding, the movement, the everything, the support for all of this, guys. So it's a very community-driven effort. We will have about 60 to 70 tickets to sell for this event, but we're going to have all the best, in my humble opinion, all the best speakers within the Cosmos ecosystem, whether you like Shane and Stargaze, hope they'll be there. We got Reese from the Juno Network. We got plenty of NFT communities and their project leaders coming out to speak. Myself, Cosmos, Joe, or I should say, you guys know Joe. I don't have to really explain. You guys know Joe quite well. We got the Cosmos Spaces team, Adora, Knots with Gelato, Crypto Dungeon, which is also a validator / they're working on an NFT project, and many, many more. I don't want to front run anything, but Joe is working on some really cool speakers and sponsors to be a part of it. But we should have that coming out this week, actually. Those announcements coming out this week. But really, really cool. So shout outs to Stargaze. Absolutely love you guys. Keep doing your thing. I think everybody loves the Stargaze community, right? Everybody loves the Stargaze community. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the talking points of today, because I want to keep things shorter and sweeter, and that's a long introduction already. So let's go ahead and just jump on into things, guys. Right now, we're taking a look at the Dow Jones on the daily time frame using Market Cipher as our favorite oscillator and indicator tool of choice. And I'm just going to give you guys my 2 cents, right? Like my thoughts about what's happening right now for the legacy muggle markets, or the indexes that are in the legacy markets. And it's really simple, guys. If you guys have been watching my channel on all the other social media platforms, you guys probably already know this, but for the people that might be watching this and might be new, finding us here on YouTube, because it's been a while, I'm just going to be very frank. I think we're in a great position. I think things have been really, really good for the legacy markets. I made a lot of money over this past half a year or so in the legacy markets. Like, as you can take a look at this from basically the low for the Dow Jones in October. Ooh, excuse me. In October of last year. Sorry, I had to burp. We have appreciated percent-wise quite well. Like we've appreciated to where we are right now, roundabout, right? Just a gist, 18%. That's in 272 days. We've done really, really well in such a short amount of time, especially with the market conditions being what they are. So some people might, like, for clickbait and for FUD reasons and for whatever reason they might have, tell you differently. But it's not my opinion. It's the opinion of the charts, right? Like we've done really well over the past less than a year, right? A little over half a year. We're still making these stair-stepping movements here on the charts, right? And until that trend breaks, honestly, until this section right here breaks on the charts, I don't care. It's par for the course, right? We have to have our ups and downs to have a price appreciation, right? Like, we need to have sellers to have buyers. If you are expecting price to appreciate. So I put this out here if you guys are wondering what the squigglies are for. Like, to be honest with you, a week ago, or a little bit maybe before that, I told you guys that I would like for us to just go sideways, not necessarily dump or really pump, but I think it'd be really nice after having such a great massive move for us to just go sideways here. And if we did, you can take a look at here in the Dow Jones average support line. You can see that we do have a trend line of support here. That's still intact. That would really play well into the structure that we're currently having for price action. We could go sideways here, still stay up above that support line right around, mid-July, maybe even sometime next month, going into August, we find ourselves, especially after the Fed meeting, right? Finding a little bit more confidence, a little bit more bravery, a second wind, if you will, within the markets for us to maybe push above our current levels of resistance that's been treating us as resistance. Oops, excuse me. And then maybe we carry on up into the next level of resistance, which is up here at 35,525. That's just, again, that's just what I would like to do. I don't know what the market is going to actually do. What I want versus what it's going to do is two different things. But I think that would be insanely bullish. Really, really good long-term. I'm a long-term investor. I'm not really a short-term trader by any means. So when I'm saying things, I'm really speaking as a long-term investor. I think with market structure, the fundamentals that are out there, I think that would be an extremely good thing. And again, I just want to give you guys a little caveat. Like, I consider myself more of a fundamentalist than a technical analysis. I think technical analysis are just delayed responses of what's fundamentally happening out there in the world. So that's where I'm coming from with my thought process. Now, if we are wrong, and there's sometimes that does happen, and we got to be prepared for that. Cool. We've already taken profits. We hit our triple plus plays. We're sitting on house money. We're waiting to rinse or repeat under the 200 SMA. You guys already know that we'll just be looking for deploying our 200 SMA strategy along with our 4x4 dynamic DCA strategy if price action breaks below the 200 SMA on the daily time for more than 15 to 20 days. So like, that's a mouthful, but to be honest with you, I don't really care. Like, what's happening right now. Right now, we're just kind of going through what I think is normal market structure, like normal price action right now for what's happening out there fundamentally in the world. If you're looking at the percentages and the numbers for the day, we're up 0.54%, which is about $182 for the Dow Jones. If you're looking at Market Cipher B, you can see that we're starting to have curvature with the RSIs here. Not to say that that's going to reverse and we're going to fly back up to the upside like we did here, right? But we're starting to have some curvature here. So maybe that selling pressure starts alleviating. I don't know. It's still really early. It's just Monday. We have to get through things. We're still deep in the positive money flow being represented here on the green bar. If you're looking at the waves, these green waves and red waves here, you can see that while it is depreciating a little bit with the money flow, we're still in the green money flow. So I am seeing like still some sell pressure with Market Cipher B, and I hold a lot more weight when it comes to Market Cipher B than I do anything happening on Market Cipher A when it comes to patterns or anything like that. So like, I do want to stress that as well. RSIs clearly pointing downwards. Momentum wave for the money flow still, kind of coming off and showing some weakness here. But again, if you're looking at that too, you can say that we have a short-term trend right here, 1-2 touches, right? And we project out with our anchor waves. We could come all the way down here and still be long-term in a bullish structure. So, that's what I'm seeing right now. That's what I'm seeing for the Dow Jones. I'm just, I'm unfazed. It's the best, I don't know. I'm just sitting it out and just watching. Excuse me. Let me go into the next chart that we have here. The NASDAQ is basically flat right now. And, we showed you guys before. No, is this better? You guys see my ugly mug or just take my face away? See my ugly mug, take my face away. Just to keep my face off of it for now. Let me show you guys, we were showing these lines on the charts. I know it seems like a lot on the charts, right? But we're showing you guys these points of interest, and I call them points of interest on my chart because that's all they are. It's just points that I'm interested in, whether it's entering or exiting. They're just points that I'm interested in. You can see that same thing for the NASDAQ, just like the Dow Jones, from the low here, roughly, to where we are right now, you're still up 40%. We killed it. We didn't kill it personally with the Dow Jones, but we nailed it for the NASDAQ and the Russell and the SPX. We killed it. Still up 40.73% from our original positions, already taking profits. We're sitting free and clear with house money, protected our initial investments. And guys, as we were telling you guys before, as we come up to these levels right here, expect volatility. It's just previous, cycle highs, rejection points in the past. Obviously, it's going to hold up for at least some time going forward. So, just something to think about, guys. We're still in a really good position. Consider taking profits while profits are there. Definitely not giving you guys financial advice. None of this is financial. It's just a subtle suggestion. If you've taken a position in any case back down here, you definitely should consider it. 40%, for goodness sakes, what are you doing? But yeah, like still sitting in bullish market structure. I'm not going to go over everything in fine details because it's much like the Dow Jones. RSI's clearly pointing downwards, but we're seeing a little bit of rounding action here. And that's okay. We need to have a little bit of a second wind or, a cooling off period in order for us to keep going. But as you can see, long term, let me show you guys this here. Long term with price appreciation on the money flow, right? I'm sorry, not price appreciation. With the appreciating money flow waves, you can see that being represented here. See this green wave? How it's, yes, it has its, roller coaster dips and stuff like that. But ultimately, long term, still creating an uptrend. It's good, right? Super good. We have a trend line down here for the anchor waves, which is sell pressure. That still tells us that we could even come down here and still be absolutely fine. So long term, zoom out, when in doubt, right? There's a reason why we say all that stuff. What's up, John? Gang, gang, gang. Appreciate you guys being here, man. It's been a while. It's gonna take some effort for people to come back and find the channel, right? It's gonna take some effort for people to come back and find the channel. Tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell people at work that might be stealing your food to come check out the channel. It really does help. If you guys haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. No harm, no foul, right? It doesn't hurt to be a supportive person. Gotta do it because if I don't say it, even though it's kind of cringe, people forget to do it. So yeah, help a brother out. Let's get into the Russell. The Russell is up 1.21%. The Russell, in my humble opinion, is the leading index for the legacy markets. Same thing. Like look at this right now. We have a green buy dot. We have positive money flow. RSI is pointing back upwards. We're still trend intact. We had 1-2 touches here, and then we cut through. So we're 50-50, still intact, still relevant. We're still holding structure with the momentum waves, with the RSIs. As you guys can see here, to be expected, downtrend line of resistance. We're still having a hard time getting over that even on today's time frame. You can see if we zoom in here, we wicked up to it, got rejected. We need to break that in order to retest it as support and hopefully treat it as a springboard of support so that we can carry on with price action to the upside. But until that happens, guys, just be patient. Being patient is the name of the game, right? Let me take another sip of my coffee. I'm going to kind of fly through this, guys, because again, I know it's not Facebook, it's YouTube, right? So I don't want to be too long-winded. That's for different platforms and different times. I just want to give you guys my 2 cents about things and carry on. So let's move fast. SPX up 0.14%. That's basically $6. So nothing to brag about right now. I said a couple of days ago that I could see us coming all the way back down to our previous rejection points here in the past, right? And hopefully flipping that as a springboard of support. Guys, you guys got to remember, we have to invite downwards price action, sell pressure, in order for us to back test and really concretely put down a level of support in the charts. We can't just keep going up and to the right forever. So like, just some food for thought. When downwards price action or depreciation happens on the charts, if you want it to go up, you have to welcome that. You have to welcome that. So just something to think about. Like we were showing that we were wanting this to happen, for depreciation to happen a while. That's why we always stress taking profits. Ooh, excuse me, a lot of burps today. ASMR in your ear. Financial streams and like burps all up in your ear. You like that? That's right. There's some weird stuff going on right there. Anyway, guys. So to go back into what we were discussing before when we said this, I think that we'll come back down here. I'd like to see it back test previous resistance to really flip it into support. And then maybe we can carry on and retest, our higher levels of resistance that we got to overcome and get over. But yeah, it's still looking good. It's looking great, man. We freaking killed the SPX, the NASDAQ guys. Again, just to kind of tell you guys, we were pointing out this section right here for forever. Forever. When we broke down structure here with price action, it stayed below for 15 to 20 days. We were hollering until it happened. We were hollering for about 240 days to look out for this, where we're pointing right here, this section, 3472. 3472. And we took our 4x4, right? DCA strategy, got it on the first section of that 4x4 and killed it. killed it, even to where we are right now. That's 26% up. We showed you with the NASDAQ, right? Same thing. We were pointing these sections out on the charts, and we did this several times. But even like, just guys, even from this section right here, not even from the bottom where we actually got, you're still 34%. Nailed it. Killed it. Made so much money. So fun. Anyway, SPX still looking fine, guys. That's all I got to say. Traditional markets looking fine. Same thing. Same thing happening with all of Market Cipher B with all these indexes. What more can I say that I've not already said before? Like, I don't know. Let's get into DXY. Just like, it's so hard to be that non-cringy person. Like, just like I said, I don't want to keep sounding like I'm just like I said, but for God's sakes, I've been saying that. So just like I said, and even like, I put these drawings out there because that's what I think. And I stick by it and I let it hang. I put it out there and I let it hang. And if I have to put my own head on the chopping block, so be it. Sometimes it takes that, right? But we were calling this downward sloping line of resistance more than likely going to hold up. Trend is our friend until it's not. I ultimately think with what's happening out there fundamentally in the world, that eventually we're going to go back down to test 101.1. We'll fall on our face. Maybe not exactly like that, but eventually we'll break down below 101.1. I think that we're in the start of a new downtrend. If I go to the monthly here, you guys can see the DXY and the entirety of the DXY chart. We have multi-year, 5 to 8 year downtrends, 5-year uptrends, 5 to 8 year downtrends, 5-year uptrends, multiple year downtrends. This is the first time we've had multiple year uptrends. Like, and if the trends are friendly, like I think more likely than not that we'll have the same thing happen and we'll start a multiple year downtrend. That's going to take us to, 1 or 2 decades maybe before we start reversing and flushing the cancer out of our system, which is what we need to do, right? But I think the DXY has a good, strong chance of going all the way down to 59.43. That's that dotted line down here. That's that dotted line down here, guys. Rogonaut, what's up, man? Like, I'm serious, guys. It could come all the way down here, but not going to be just like that. But it really can. And what do you do when the DXY is losing strength like that? When your dollar is losing purchasing power, you get into investments, guys. This looks great. Love it. Absolutely love it. Long-term perspective. Stop getting shook. Stop listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. Like, I might not be, correct, but I'm just saying it's all about averages, probabilities, right? And this looks like the average and probability of it necessarily not repeating themselves, but coming close to rhyming and staying in this downtrend, because this is a horrible looking chart. Is probably pretty high. So that's all I'm saying. So like, I absolutely love it. As an investor, I've been waiting for this for at least a decade now. I've been waiting for this time to be able to start deploying my capital, getting out of my dollars, which is getting weaker and weaker, and getting into some assets that have the possibility of protecting my capital and or growing my capital or my value, or my purchasing power, however you want to label it. But yeah, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. I love it. Market Cipher B, DXY, daily time frame, RSIs clearly pointing downwards, right? Like monthly pointing downwards. What more do I have to say? Let's get into Bitcoin now. The big old daddy Bitcoin. Oh, look, PAAS. Oh, look at you. That's I'm not trying to hint at anything, but guys, PAAS got in here. I go by everything's like a rule of 4. What's up, chicken tacos? Everything's a rule of 4 for me. First of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really liking PAAS. I like, and I'm talking about multiple year investment here. Really like them. Just kind of giving you guys my thoughts about something, not financial advice. Ooh, excuse me. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let's go to the daily time frame here. Still looking fine to me. Still looking absolutely fine to me. Man, I think it's the coffee. It's got to be the coffee, guys. Dividends. No, so okay. I was trying to skate by without saying anything about PAS. Yes, that's great too. But like, if you just look at the chart, right? Like, I like to think that I'm a pretty diversified investor. I have real estate. I have physical precious metals, paper, derivatives of it, obviously like stock market and stuff like that, right? But like the way that I look at things, because I said like I'm more of a fundamentalist than about everything more than not. The way that I look at about Pan American Silver Corporation, I want exposure to precious metals, but I want much more than that, right? Like I actually want. What's up, Dread? Hi ho, Silva. What's up, my man? Guys, thank Dread. If it wasn't for Dread, I wouldn't be streaming, I don't think. Honestly, especially in the Cosmos ecosystem. I got a point. I don't see him very often nowadays, but like anytime I got to give respect where respect is due and the props due. That guy, he's a good guy, man. Like if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be streaming in the Cosmos ecosystem. I'd be streaming. I was streaming before, but like, man. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. But no. So PAS, right? Like, let me go back to that before I lose my train of thought. I want to have a diversified position. And I try to look at everything as kind of like an index whenever at all possible. Like if I'm getting in a position, if it covers multiple bases, great. Like if I'm killing more than, multiple birds with one stone, like that's the way to be in my thought. I could be wrong, but that's just me. PAAS gives me exposure to semiconductors, and many more things when it comes to technology and stuff like that, right? Like, and if we're talking about the compute power and chips and scarcities and stuff like that, like again, maybe you guys have not heard about this, but like you guys know the deal about China and Taiwan and the chips and all this other stuff, and like you guys know precious metals like gold and silver and all this other stuff. Like they're not just precious metals. Like we use those copper, nickel, all this other stuff to what's the word I'm looking for? To be a conductor of like a lot of the technical advancements that we're having out there in the world, like these batteries, AI, GPUs, semiconductors, all this other stuff. Pan American, if you look into it, and I don't want to keep going down this rabbit hole. Pan American Silver Corporation gives me that exposure, and it has a pretty good chart. Like this is just my humble opinion, not financial advice. I have a saying, if price action has been there before, it can go there again to the upside and or downside, especially in crypto, guys. If anybody ever tells you that shit, especially in crypto, stop watching. Doesn't tell you that shit and doesn't like agree with that, stop watching them. If price action has been there in crypto in the past, it can go there again. I don't care how bullish or whatever the founders tell you and whatever. If it's been there before, it can go there and further. So like, especially to the downside, right? Like if anybody tells you that, stop watching them. Humble friend to friend advice right there. But I have that saying, right? Like if price action has been there, it can go there in the past. A lot harder to the upside, but like it can, right? You got to look at things as averages. If you look at Pan American Silver Corporation, it's got a decent chart, right? Like it's been charting here since 1995. So it's not like some flash in the pan. It's been around. It's been operating. It's been doing its thing for quite some time. Now, from where we are currently to all-time highs, which it's been here 3 times basically in the past, right? Which is around $39, close to $40, right? I'm just going by averages here. From where we are right now, the dotted line, to that's a 202 price increase percent-wise on the charts. Like, I'm sorry, I get intrigued whenever it's a triple, like possibilities of anything like triple percent-wise when it comes to the digits on the charts. Like, I'm interested, period, right? I also consider myself a pretty good and responsible person when it comes to risk management and learning how to enter into things as well. So there's a lot of nuances and caveats to this. Definitely could go all the way down, but as you can see here, I'm prepared to buy into this, going even to the lows here, using a 4x4 DCA strategy, right? Because the potential that this has with what's happening out there fundamentally, and also the potential that it's shown in the past to reach those highs previously. Like, I just like it, right? Like, do you want to buy, like let's just say you want to get into precious metals. Are you going to buy gold right now? Gold is at its all-time high. And just by principle, I'm sorry, this is the gold monthly chart. I can't buy the all-time highs. I don't care what the narrative. I don't care. Just by principle, I can't. I've already bought one in the past. I can't keep buying somebody else's all-time high. I can't do it. I can't do that shit. Yeah, and like Dredd said, silver is such a good play, especially with batteries, semiconductors, all that other stuff, right? But I like, just for that principle, I already have gold. So great. Like, yeah, and maybe it goes up, maybe some people are saying like, oh, it's going to go up to 3,000. Maybe, But there's other fundamental things that I don't like about gold. Really, it's like nobody can tell me how much gold is out there in the world. Nobody can tell me how much of any government, how much they actually have. Nobody can tell me how much is still left in the earth. Nobody can tell me how much is still up there to be mined in space. And trust you me, that's going to fucking happen. And so like, you know, like I think about the more fundamental things, and then I just stick to my I can't buy all-time highs, and basically I'd still be buying previous all-time highs. I'm sorry, like fuck, I'm out on that. I'm looking for better returns. If I buy this gold, all I'm doing is DCAing into speculatively and hopefully crossing my fingers, new all-time highs, which is uncharted territory, which means people will be taking profits whenever it's at new highs. I'm out. Like I'm fucking out. I'm sorry, I can't do that shit, right? If you look at platinum, like you look at that and you want to get into that, like, yeah, I mean, it has the possibilities going back up to really high price points on the charts. Again, we're looking at things on the monthly here, right? So you can say, oh, maybe it goes back up to here or go back up to here or back up to here. It is underneath the SMAs for the monthly, daily, you know, whatever. So that's nice too. But like, is platinum used as much as silver? Or gold for that, because you use gold too for like a lot of these electronics as well. Like, yeah, but not as much. And like the cost of platinum, like, I don't know, like it's not just the price, but like to mine it and to ship it, to do this. Like you got to look at all of those things. To me, nickel, copper, silver are more interesting. They just are. They just are. I know. I'm sorry. I was trying not to get into that, but that's like my reason. I'm not giving you guys financial. That's just what I like PAAS. That's I already have direct silver. I buy physical silver, gold, and stuff like that, precious metals. But then there's only so much of that you can carry too. That's why I love crypto too, right? Like you got to think about like the ins and outs of all of that stuff. Like, so if I keep buying gold and stuff like that, I need to have a safe. And then I need to split that stuff up all over the place. And I need to bury like a damn pirate all over the place. Like, you know, it costs money to house and to hold. And it's even more risky to do that shit. Like, crypto, it's not like that. Like, crypto, I fucking put it on little, like, it's minimal. It costs less to facilitate transactions. It's quicker. I don't need to hold it in the bank. I don't need to ask somebody to give it back to me if I'm not holding it myself. All this other stuff. Like, Anyway, I'm rambling. Diversification is key. But yeah, I forgot where I was at. Yeah, John, I'm sorry. So long-winded, just diversify. Yeah. And treat things like you want to kill as many birds with as least amount of stones thrown as possible. Sorry. Let me go in here. I'm trying to get my, let's go back into Bitcoin. We're talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, like, again, guys, to me, like, I want to show you guys, I've been already DCAing into Bitcoin. I think we're in the recovery phase for Bitcoin. And let me kind of show you guys my long-term Bitcoin chart here. This is the monthly life of Bitcoin. You know, we're using, the Bitcoin US dollar and the log scale here. You can see that every one of these lines is a halving. And you can see there's 3 phases to every, like, so far, right? You know, who knows, right? I hate saying this shit, but it's so true. This time could be different. The markets are alive, so it's ever evolving. It literally could be true. But so far, what we have to go by is we know that in the past 2, you can't really go back and like pull from the very first, before the very first halving, because there's no structure there. It's like nothing but speculation here. But the last 2 cycles that we had, or halvings that we've had, has shown us that we have 3 parts of every cycle or halving, right? We have a appreciation. I don't even like using bull market, but we have an appreciation phase here. We have a depreciation or bear market here. And then we have an anticipation or of the halving phase here. I like to call it anticipation. Geez, I can't get these words out today. I like to call it an appreciation phase within the markets. And I think that we're in it right now. We're really close to the next halving. And if we're looking at things not necessarily repeating themselves, but rhyming, I think that we might go through Basically, same thing that happened here. Something close to it, right? Where we're still in this appreciation or front running section before the halving. And yes, we might have some downwards price action here, some scary price action. Excuse me. But the general rule is, if we got into this, we front ran the appreciation phase or the bull market phase after the halving, right? So I've been steadily DCAing passively and dynamically into Bitcoin specifically, and a little bit into ETH for a while now. So just something to think about. Just something to think about. Really close. Really close. I like it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we going here? Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with these burps, man. Drinking this coffee. All right. Sorry about that. Let's get into Ethereum. Let me get into the daily time frame too. Just give you guys my 2 cents about Ethereum. Well, how do you guys feel about Ethereum, by the way? What's up, Brandy? Welcome, ma'am. Can you guys hear the desktop?
Emotional damage.
Yeah, it works. It works. Okay, sorry. That was just a random sound effect. What do you guys think about ETH? Are you guys still wanting to buy ETH? Have you guys been buying ETH? You guys like, hell no, I don't want to buy ETH. What is your guys' thoughts about ETH? Excuse me. I really want to know. Really want to know. But yeah, so ETH right now, like we put this out there a while ago too. Like we were hoping and actually wanting it to come back and retest these lows here. And it's still in this upward trend. You know, you want to call it a wedge or whatever, depending on how far you're projecting things out. I call it just a channel of sorts. We're still in this, which is, you know, held up quite well so far for the Ethereum price. We're above the 200 SMA. It's all gravy. Like, Brandy, yes, you want ETH, or you can hear the sound. Gotta wait for Bitcoin to drop to 21K. What makes you think that Bitcoin's gonna drop to 21K? I'm always like, I'm always genuinely curious to like hear people's rhymes or reasons of like why. Both, nice. I've been buying both, more Bitcoin than anything though. I do want to know, like, I could see before, like, you know, if you're just going by previous structure, like short term, you can see that reject on average. I have 22,981, so basically 23,000, not 21. But I also have another range here of 20,420. So if you're like splitting that in half, maybe you can call this these tops here, these rejection points here, a point of interest, right? Like, I don't know. Excuse me. God bless. What's going on with all these burps today? It's freaking crappy coffee or something. Anyway, going back to ETH here, it's up 0.39%, which is basically $7.61. Let me look at Market Cipher B. I haven't really taken a look at much things here. RSIs are rounding, not showing me very much confidence here, to be honest with you. I expect us to still come back down to somewhere close to the 200 SMA, to be very honest with you. We could even come through here. Like, I'm looking at this crosshair right around $1,800. I'm sorry. Yeah, $1,800. And then maybe we even, like, you know, cut through that and wick down to the 200 SMA. It's been running sideways for a while. I last caught it at 16. Won't get back down there. But 25K range is very possible. But, like, why? I didn't think it's possible, but why do you think? Is it just, like, what you want? Like, Chad is like, what's up, Joe? Like, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, like, I think a lot of people always spit out numbers that like, it's only because they justify per their portfolio's position where it's okay to buy. Like, you know, like you said, like, oh, I bought at 16. I won't buy unless it comes down to 20, because it's like, to you don't want to buy those. Like, it's kind of like me with gold, right? Like, I can't justify buying somebody else's high. Like, I can't do that. But, like, if you're looking at the fundamental, like, miners and you know, the cost of miners, to do that and like where they are as far as like their operations go. And then you look at like the wallets and like the big whales versus the ones under a certain amount and all this other stuff. And then you also like take into account like all those hopeful narratives, and they are just hopeful narratives until it happens. It's all just hopeful narrative and fun. But like the possibility of a spot Bitcoin ETF, Hong Kong opening up trading and access to retail, which means maybe China does the same later. You look at all these fundamental things that, I don't know. I would say it'd be, what's gonna cause, other than like everybody else like refers back to like, oh, the regulations in the U.S. Like honestly, I don't think there's like that many people left to shake that tree that hard. I don't know. I think the rest of the world is like sitting there waiting to capitalize. And I also think the rest of the world, people involved in the U.S. as well, like those leaders of big offices, sovereign wealth, and things of that nature, like are also just sitting back, playing their cards correct, and waiting to take a big chomp out of people's asses. Order no restrictions increase demand for block space, which is a commodity. Yeah. Like, dude, I don't care. I really like Joe. Joe's been saying, and shout out to Joe, by the way. If you guys don't watch his channel or have subscribed to his channel, he's also a YouTube streamer. A good friend of mine as well. Definitely check him out. I agree with him. Like, I don't care what you guys think about, like, ordinals. Like, I like them. I really do. I want to see so much more. I heard you saying to Don, like, Stargaze should put, like, a way or a path to inscribe things on their platform. With Bitcoin order, like I want to see more of it. I think it was great. Excuse me. Chicken Taco says 28.5. Chicken Taco thinks 28.5 for Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, right? Like we're just kind of like giving our own thoughts and wants and stuff like that. And I will say this too, like what we want versus what happens, two different things. But like if you just split the difference here, I have 28, basically 28.47. That white line right here. If you look at just zooming out and keeping things really simple, so stupid that, I like to even go that far with that saying, keep it so simple that it's that stupid. You look at it, it's just splitting the hairs, right? Like you look at right here, previous support on average, like we went down here, right? Support before we faltered and failed. And then on average, resistance, support, like, I don't know. I think 28 already for people that's been holding through this, that went through all this stuff, and now we came through this. Like, I think that if we keep just going sideways here, like I was saying on this chart, like excuse me, on this chart, I would like to see Bitcoin just kind of go sideways here. I think that would be insanely bullish. We don't necessarily have to climb. If we just go sideways here, like that's insanely bullish. When BTC dips, it dips hard. I think people like those bloody prices. Oh, for sure. I like those bloody prices too. How is your Nomic bag doing, Tank? Oh, yes. Actually, I'll show you guys. Fuck it, right? I'll show you guys. Guys, don't forget your Nomic. Dude, I've just been, fuck it. Thanks for reminding me. Here, this is, look, I don't care. I'll dox myself. This is my Nomic bag. And don't come at me about, oh, you guys like this validator or not. I'm using them, damn it. All right? I use it for what it is. So get off of it. I know Joe's going to be like, fuck this. I use it for what it is, damn it. You got 1%. I'm there, damn it. Gotta compile that. No. Yeah. Dude, we got, oh God, how much? I got a little over 4,000, 5,000 nom. A little over 5,000. So I've been secretly doing this. And your pineapple. We do need Bitcoin to flood into the cosmos. Dude, this and Babylon chain. So bullish. Can't wait. Probably a 1%. Yeah. Dude, you bet your bottom dollar. I am watching all you validators with your 1% and stuff like that. You try to pull a sunflower on us, I'm gonna come at you. Yeah, I'll redelegate in an instant. Guys, yeah. So if you guys don't know, I've been kind of compounding this to do a big giveaway later to like people that maybe don't have that much nom. to the people that are supporters of the channel and stuff like that. Secret. I haven't been letting that out for a long time. Let me claim my rewards right here, actually. But yeah, so yeah. I got 42,000, almost 4,300 nom staked, but now I have 1,100 free just floating. I know I should use it, but you know what? It's about the people. I've made a lot of money, so it's whatever. If I can make somebody else's life happy. That's about what you got total, or how much do you have staked though, Dread? Fuck it, I'm gonna stake this right now. I gotta beat Dread. What was that other network with BTC Bridge? It's not a bridge. So are you talking about Babylon? Yeah, we can't give these validators too much. Can't give these validators too much. Per 5%. Actually, is there another one down here? If there's another one down here, I'm sorry, I can't do Carbon. Is this Demex? If there's another one down here with 1%, Silk Nodes, I'll support. Oh, Don, look. Hey, yo, clip this for Don Krypton, okay? Clip this for the Don Krypton. I'm going to put it on Don. He's got 1% right now. Let's do it. Redelegate all of it to Don Krypton. If Max Green Candle is his name Max Green Candle was a validator, I'd do it for Max too because he's bullish. Don Krypton, redelegate Max. Let's go. There you go. Approve. Oh, damn it. Did we push him up in the ranking? Did we at all push him up in the ranking? No, I'm pretty sure we didn't push him up in any ranking. Anyway, loves you. Gotta support my my content fellow content creators out there, man. I gotta get off this white screen though because it's blinding me. Anyway, yeah. I got so sidetracked. Spin it up, Max Green Candle. That's Joe's alter ego. Fucking Max Green Candle, stupid bastards. Anyway, screenshot it for him. No, clip it. I'll clip it later, guys. I'll clip it later. Anyway, guys. So yeah, Bitcoin, like just to go back into it because we've already been ranting, like for the structure, fundamentals, and all that stuff. If it does dip down, honestly, guys, like we have 2 different bags. Actually, I have 3 different bags, but like long-term bag, I have a short-term trading bag where I flip. Like this was my short-term chart, and we were showing you guys the 4x4 DCA strategy right before. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. We absolutely nailed this one. Big profits, like guys, so much freaking from the low here. You were up 95% for Bitcoin in less than a year. That's fucking insane. I'm sorry. Oh, I swore, YouTube. I'm sorry. I probably swore before that. But anyway, like still, we were taking profits, guys. If it comes back down here, guys, I'm just going to rinse and repeat again. I'm just going to rinse and repeat this, the 19 all the way down to 16. And then believe it or not, I'm telling you guys, I have, like limit orders open right now. Flashing, like just in case it flashes all the way down to 4K. You believe you're not, like my belief of Bitcoin and stuff like that doesn't change per the price action. Like it doesn't, I don't care because I'm holding this for like long term. When I'm dead, my kids have it and stuff like that too. I know different strokes, different folks, but like I will buy even throughout. Like if this happens again, and it's bloodshed, I will buy it all the way down to 4K. I will. I 100% will. Always reinforcing my positions with more positions on the way down. Bringing more capital to the battlefield, protecting myself. 100% I'm going to do that. That's just me, though, not financial advice. Ethereum too. Not so much with Ethereum, right? Like, that's a little different and stuff like that. But I'm still interested with Ethereum. I DCA into it, but my bigger bags, I'm not interested until 1,000, 850, 512. That's what I'm pointing out there. Don't think that it can't go there. You're insane. It can happen for sure. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go and talk about Atom. Some people are going to get mad at me for saying this too. Ooh, excuse me, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I have a good big bag of Atom already. I've already taken a lot of profits off the table and de-risked myself with Atom a while ago. Back when it was well above in the higher, not the best. I'll be honest with you, but when it came back up to 15, Like that's when I exited back out. Like I DCA'd back into here, got my bag into a good position to when it did run back up here. I was like, great. I took some profits out here. Then it came back down and it scared the shit out of me. I DCA'd back into it and it came back up here. I was like, I'm out. I'm good. Nothing's gonna affect me about this right now. Everything I have is free and clear. But like honestly, I'm not interested with Atom until it comes back to these dotted lines. And I've been saying this for a long time as well. 750, and to be very frank with you, 90 booby, stick your head in doo-doo. I said this before other people were telling you bullshit about it. Sorry, I gotta swear, YouTube. I don't care. But like, if you were just following the channel and looking at those dotted lines that I've been preaching for a long time now, and that was your first of 4 DCA strategy buys on spot, you would have been up from right there to even where we are right now, 24% on spot. So, you know, it's all about profit taking. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I did it. I got my first. I spot bought this. You better believe when price action was, when the flow and the momentum was changing and the winds were changing, I exited it again. As we came up to this line of resistance right here, which has been treating us as resistance for some time. Fundamentally, things have to change for the narrative when it comes to Atom and the Cosmos Hub. Great, we have this economic zone. We have some really troubling things still happening that is concerning when it comes to the Cosmos ecosystem. I will flat out say it, and some other people like Zaki have completely agreed. It's the hub and the rest of the Cosmos ecosystem has been set up to be financially and socially stable attack from the get-go. You gotta know your battlefield landscape before you start entering the war zone. I understood it, man. Like I love it. I like it. This is where I chose to pick up a gun and run. But like at the same time, I understand the game. You guys got it too. I like interoperability. I'm bullish. It could be so much more if people stopped, right? But like, I'm not buying. And even if price action comes down to these points, I'm still not buying unless things fundamentally are changed as far as the narrative and the control factors go with Atom. But I'm not interested until 750, 615, 460, and yes, 80 cents, fuckers. I'm just saying it right now. I'm sorry, YouTube. I can't get monetized for that point. But, I'm just being real. You don't believe me. If price action has been there in the past, it can go there again, especially in crypto. So that's that. Secret down 3%, roughly a little bit more than 3% right now. Juno, man, what can I say about Juno right now? I know what I can say. Well, you know what? Can I show you guys something real quick? We're inches away. I've been working on something for forever. Inches away. I'm going to have my own separate space. I'm going to blast this out. There's no benefit for me for doing this stuff. I'm telling you guys, again, same thing as always. No benefit for me or anybody else. But let me show you guys something, all right? I honestly think that this right now is the only hope other than that crazy narrative of forking Juno. This is the only hope Juno has, and it doesn't matter what position that you're in. You could be just a retail person, you could be a validator, you could be a developer, you could be whatever, whatever it is. This is the only hope Juno has. If you want this to continue going, I don't care if you're the abuser or if you've been getting abused. This is the only hope that it even remotely has right now with what's happening. And trust you me, I'm in the inner groups right now. I'm seeing what's happening. There's a reason why I've been quiet. Let me just show you guys something, okay? I've been working on this for forever. Balanced out. This. Don't go freaking out. This is just like the placeholder. We're like inches. We're inches there. Everything works. Balanced out is so close to being available as a tool, as something for people to use by their own. You want to see what 20 would give you? That's what it would give you. 2.26, blah, 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 blah. You see this right here? Do you guys see this right here? This is how this works, okay? Multi-sigs, controlled by community, voted in community members, active community members. Can't be chosen, can't be cherry-picked, can't do any of this stuff. You have to be in it to win it, right? The way Juno works is a swap for balance token. We're using the inflation schedule for Juno just in reverse, right? You get, when this happens, a portion, 80% of it, we follow in reverse, right? So if we're at 20, 80% of it gets burnt. 15 out of 20 Juno for that swap, 15.6 Juno will be burnt. 2.4 Juno will be sent to a dev fund, which is managed by a multi-sig member that have to be elected by the community. $2 2 Juno will be vested from that. And then on top of that, you don't see the other parts of this as well. There's a balance that gets sent. Part of it goes into balance and vice versa. Like there's so much more to this. This is the only hope that Juno has. This is the only hope that Juno has. The multi-sigs are set up. Juno Development Fund. Obviously, placeholders. We have to have elections, balanced DAOs, Juno Balanced Development Fund. All of this is going to be set up. There's a lot of nuances to this, though. But if people want to help themselves out of the hole instead of hoping somebody else does it for them, which is not going to work because all you're going to do is get taken advantage of. You got to help yourself. This is the only chance that you have to avoid any issues that governance might have and or to avoid any issue of social and financial abuse that higher wallets might have. It's the only chance. It's the only chance. I'm just letting you guys know. Super close. So yeah, that's Juno in a nutshell. There's so much things actually happening for Juno, but like, man, balance is my last. I don't say it's not my last. It's my last. It's my contribution, and then people do what they will. You can either keep listening to people that don't know nothing about what they're talking about, or you can take matters into your own hands. Whatever it is. Balance. Is it what are you talking about? Balance over hopers? What? I don't understand. I'm stupid. Maybe I just need my glasses. What are you saying, John? You guys think Juno to 20 cents? Yeah, we got 24 cents here. That was the recent low. We're just watching, right? We got to see if it holds that. Evmos with Evmos 2.0. There's a lot of like, oh my gosh, so much things happening right there too. Still finding new lows, still traveling down to new lows. Looks like it's down 0.93%. Osmosis down 0.72%. Looks like it's going to be coming back down and retesting 44 cents for Osmosis. Like, oh man. But yeah, let's go into Osmosis, talking about Osmosis and see if there's any outliers here. And I'm sorry, I said I was going to try to make this quick. I'm trying. It's so hard because there's so much stuff to talk about when you enter into the Cosmos ecosystem. Akash is up 1.28 on Osmosis. It's at 59 cents, give or take a couple cents, or fractions of a cent. Excuse me. Stargaze, shout out to Stargaze, is down actually 1.69. They're changing some things with their tokenomics, so like really hopeful about Stargaze. Stride down 2.61%. It's just above $1 right now. Flick's down almost 4%, under 10 cents now. If I have to put my Juno somewhere, I'd rather balance. Yeah, like that's where I'm putting mine, man. That's where I'm putting mine. And I'm honestly, the way that I'm looking at this too. By the way, I just want to like remind you guys the goal and what I'm saying is not to swap all of your Juno for balance. Because there's going to be an inflection point, right? Or I should say a horizon meeting of the inflation and the way that this is set up to where hopefully it starts rising both. So you don't want to get rid of all your Juno, just maybe a portion of your rewards that you're getting and stuff like that. Like, you know, that's the goal. So yeah. Let me go into this here. Yeah, Kuji. We're going to talk about Kuji in just a minute. AXL or XLR is up 1% right now. Let me see here. Injective back down 4.47, but still just shy of $8. Injective, shout out to Manek. Maneki has some Injective. Injective doing so freaking well over the past couple of months. What is Git? I don't even know what this is. What is this? Gitopia. What is this? Lore. I don't even know what this is. What is this? So start undelegating. Yeah, I didn't want to influence anything. I started undelegating a little bit of mine so I could swap into balance. Yeah. Or just start using some of your rewards. You know, like, again, the choice is your guys. It's just up to like what you guys want to put into it. Obviously, right? Don't anybody get balances. People have to put into it. So yeah. But I already started. I undelegated a bit of mine, or what's left that I'm holding. Excuse me. What is Get? Oh, I have to. I don't even know what the hell is that. Nolis down 0.89%. That's interesting. I'm looking. I heard that a new token is now on Osmosis. I heard Archway, or was it Archway? No. What's on? We'll look for it. Flicks down. I'm just looking for outliers right now, guys. I'm sorry. Well token's up 3.8%. Wow, look at you, Well. Kava, with their USDT, 4.32% up right now. Sommelier is down 1.1. Hopefully I said that right. Umi down almost 4% right now. Chihuahua up almost 7%. Good doggy. This is a good doggy. Lore is a stream swap launch token for what though? I have to look into that. Agoric down, or BLD down 3.39. Where's my Kuji? Territory down 9%. Ooh. Kuji holding. It's only down 0.89, better than a lot of others right now on the Osmosis platform. At 75 cents. Shout outs to Kuji though. Channel sponsor of ours. You guys be careful with all these other ones. Rebus, like all these, especially the lower market cap ones. Like don't get fooled into like, oh, it's pumping. It doesn't take much. It takes like $500 to $5,000 to pump something. Anyway, so that's what I'm seeing right now with Osmosis platform. Don't forget Compound Genomic. We just gave it to Don Kryptonium today. Shout outs to Don Krypton. Watch his channel. Watch Joe's channel. You guys know I spread the wealth or where the water is in the desert. I don't try to keep that to myself. Shout outs to Kajura, guys. Definitely check them out. Drop them a follow. Tell Dead Right and the rest of the team. IBC gang sent you. Shout outs to Cosmos Spaces. Don't forget this week on Thursday is our community game day. You could possibly win some free crypto NFTs, all courtesy to Cosmos Spaces. Guys, yeah. I'm going to save all the social stuff for later. So much stuff. Maybe I'll do a space later on, but I got to get going. I really appreciate you guys coming here, checking out the chat, or checking out the stream. Chat, I really appreciate you guys being super, super active. John, Brandy, Chicken Tacos, Joe, who else do we have in here? Dread, the man, Dread in the house. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys. If I missed any, Matt Mill, really appreciate all of you guys. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff on YouTube. Like I said, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I try to be, man. I try to be, Brandy. You know what they say? I can't say it because this is YouTube. It's better to be a giver than a taker, right? I like to please people. No, I'm just joking. I'm going to get out of here, guys. That was so inappropriate. I'm going to get out of here. This is why I don't ever get paid. Peace. You guys take care. Bye.